Hello, welcome to A Cup of Happiness, and this one is for business owners post-COVID. Hey everyone, Cindy Bettino, Transformational Healing, also life coach, energy worker, happiness expert, and I'm a certified Vistage speaker. So this one is for business owners. This one is for you, and it's also for your employees. So COVID took quite the toll on everyone. And one of the things that I've noticed with my clients is that they are feeling exhausted. And I attribute that to, and I'm not a doctor, but I attribute that to probably adrenal fatigue, which comes from chronic stress. So how do you, when you're under chronic stress for an extended period of time, like a pandemic, right, where the easiest things that we never thought of became scary and complicated, when you might have been trying to work from home and so is your spouse, so you got a spouse in the house and you have kids virtual learning, chronic stress. Trying to keep your business alive during a pandemic, chronic stress. um, and so I've been talking a lot about the trauma that was created by COVID, and this is part of it. And I think it's adrenal fatigue because people have been under an extended period of chronic stress, over 12 months worth of chronic stress. So how do you tell if you have adrenal fatigue? So I looked up on healthline.com because I'm not a doctor, I am not a nurse, and I'm not a nutritionist, but I know adrenal fatigue from my years in fitness, and it's just a really good question to ask yourself, or if you have employees that are losing motivation, losing inspiration, they're coming in looking exhausted all the time. Well, now that it's post-COVID and everybody can kind of relax, that's when we really feel that adrenaline or adrenal fatigue kick in, right? Because we've been working, trying to keep our business open and alive, trying to keep our employees from getting sick, trying to keep ourselves from getting sick, still trying to, feed ourselves, put gas in the car, all that stuff. So some ways to combat the stress and the trauma to the adrenals due to COVID is give your employees, if you have employees, let them take some time off. And you have to do what works for you financially, right? So maybe it's half days on Fridays through the rest of the summer. So your employees can come in just a half day, maybe on Fridays, and then they have a longer weekend to recover from all of the chronic stress from COVID. You might have some team building exercises or team building parties that you can throw at the office or do outside the office. Taking a day off for everyone and having a company picnic, anything that's going to give your employees and yourself a break, right? And allowing everybody to replenish, right? Because replenishment is important. And healthline.com, the doctors recommended that you really focus on your diet. Focusing on your diet, getting rid of the processed foods, the sodas, the caffeine that is, keeping you, and sugars that are keeping you awake and moving during the day, and getting a lot of great dark vegetables, healthy fats, good proteins. I'm also focusing on vegetables and vitamins that like extra vitamin C, B vitamins, super important, magnesium, super important. And you can even juice or create a juice that you bring into the office that people might be able to drink. And if you just Google adrenal fatigue and juicing, you get all kinds of information, all kinds of recipes to help really feed and get those adrenals back to where they need to be, because you and your staff have been under chronic stress for an extended period of time, and it's time to get healthy. Time to get healthy. And you can do it, and it's normal. It's very, very normal. So if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling less motivated, if you're feeling more isolated, if you're feeling down kind of in any way, just maybe go to the doctor and talk to them about adrenal fatigue and see if, or change your diet and see if that helps you. So